Chicago. Only way to keep calm is trouble wars have a serene mind. Paul for the penitentiary. Tonight, enjoying life today. Beautiful day in Chicago, 80 degrees, 87 degrees. The King Solomon Proverbs. King Solomon Proverbs. That was one of my readings. I read many books, but he had 700 wives, 300 girlfriends. Richest wisest king. He's a playboy back in the day. Before Howard Hughes. 700 wives, 300 girlfriends. But he said, happy is a man to find wisdom. Make wisdom your possession from youth to old age, for it's more certain sport than all other possessions. To be wise is good, and being rich, in fact, is better. You can get anything by the wisdom of money, but being wise has many advantages. A fool is quick-tempered. A wise man stays cool when insulted. It is better to be slow-tempered than famous. It's better to have self-control and control an army. So it's about self-control. Fear is evil. Fear is a curse of the world. There's some curses behind certain things. Like fear is a curse of the world. That's why all the toilet paper got bought out last year. Greed will have a person sitting on. My friend got murdered and tortured back in the days, in the 70s. He was selling marijuana, and that's a drug. Anger will have you sitting on death row. So worry, anger, fear, all these are curses behind these destructive emotions. So back to Solomon again. He says it is better to eat soup with someone you love than eat a steak with someone you hate. Make wisdom your possession from youth to old age, for it's more certain sport, other sport than all the possessions. Clean and wisdom should protect you, love should guard you. He who loves wisdom loves his own best interest and will be a success. As you know, Satan was the father of lies, and he was perfect in beauty and wisdom. So something that just looked good to you don't mean it's good for you. He was perfect in beauty and wisdom. But the peace that comes from God is not going to come from. I can't worship God and money both. But meditation says if your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Happiness comes from within. Not only all the world can enjoy the luxury of thoughts. It's about your thinking. Our best friends, our worst enemies are our thoughts. A thought can do you more good than a banker, a faithful friend, or a cheerful companion. A thought can also do you more harm than a brick. You take a fool and put him in a mansion, he's still a fool. It's not what you possess, because I used to think it was what I possess. I thought it was about having a lot of cars, 2 cars, and wash them every day. My cars, I had a gangster white one tires on it. It was snow on the ground. My car was clean because I thought cars, I made cars my God. There's a bee around me. I made money my God. I was dreaming about money, wake up broke. I make women my God. But today God is, I keep God first. God can be your shield. No problems the world can harm you. God is all power. He commands his sun. Every time the sun rises, I think it's your life's beginning. So, I can walk in McDonald's and say, can I have my senior citizen coffee? I always wanted to say that. I didn't think I was going to get to say that. I'm a senior citizen. I'm 62 years old, and I exercise every day. The body has to move half an hour, 5 days a week. So I take some actions every day. A thought without action is just a thought. I've been riding this exercise bike over 4 months. 23rd will be 5 straight days, 7 days a week. I haven't missed a day, because like when I had military stepfather, I was getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. When it's 20 below zero, I was delivering the Sun Times, like this paper I got right, Sun Times, and we never missed a day. In the blizzards in the 60s, we got down. We delivered those papers on the west side, and I'm the person that knocked on your windows in the 60s with quarters and made people, and I charged a late fee. So I was going after money in the 60s, so excessive devotion to chase pursuing things leads to excitement. I don't chase things outside me today. And I must control my emotions, and my emotions will control me. So 99 things outside me I cannot control, so I don't put them in my head. I can't control this wickedness going around me, because see, fear is a dark room with developed negative. That's why I'm sitting in the sun. I need to be, I come from a world of darkness. I know it is to be full of, darkness around me. I studied the Zen monks. I became a hermit. I know what it is to go without 10 years without a woman. I know what it is to be by myself. But when I was by myself, I was educating my mind. I was reading books. So I used that time to capitalize on that time, and I educated my mind, by great thoughts contained in books. Like Socrates said, one must worry less about his clothes, his hair, and his looks, and nurture more his mind and spirit, with great thoughts contained in books. See, a book by its counsel teaches a wise man how to live. So Solomon in Proverbs is teaching a person how to live. When he said a wise man controls his temper, he knows anger causes mistakes. People got angry and they're doing life without parole because they got angry, didn't know how to get free from anger. So I had to learn how to pray. I pray to be calm and let nothing upset me. I can't let nothing upset me. Even my father died in 2012. I didn't get upset because I couldn't control it. See, things I can't control, like that train, I can't control it, so I wear it like a loose garment. I know how to move around that train. But I know one thing. I tell people, you get by a train, it's not the last car that kills a person. It's always the first car, the engine that kills a person. It's the first drug that sets off the phenomenal craving. I went to alcohol substance counseling at this school over here, Harold Washington College. They tell you that the alcoholic got so cold because there's always resistance is down. Alcohol is poison. It's poison. That's why the first thing they do, when they take a person in treatment, they give them vitamin because the alcohol robs you of your vitamins. Alcohol, 3.2 million people die from alcoholism. They're gonna die. They made $250 billion off alcohol this year. There were 93,000 drug overdoses this year. Cigarettes kills 8 million people every year. There's 1 billion people hooked on cigarettes. So I got a photographic memory, so I remember those. I can read something that it's going to always be in my mind because, see, it's the mind has to be clear for your life, and then your mind becomes an action. Then your heart is right, your world is right. So whether we're like the loose garment, this bee's coming around me because, I'm drinking coffee, I'm enjoying life today, and I'm always under attack. Even a lion, the king of the jungle, has to defend itself against the flies. So you go in the zoo right now, you see that big lion in there, he's shaking up these flies. And, anytime you talk about God, there's going to be a darkness going to come around you, try to block you from talking about God, how you found God, how you turned your life around. I'm a square today. It's cool to be a square. The slow lane's the best lane. A lot of things I used to do, I don't do today. I'm sitting out here by myself, and I'm happy by myself. Like Aristotle said, he said his own best friend stays in life and privacy with a man on virtue ability. His own worst enemy is afraid of solitude. I enjoy being around people, but when I'm by myself, I'm happy when alone. Book called Distilled Wisdom. It talked about the educated man as a man with certain spiritual qualities that makes him calm in adversity and happy when alone. Book a guy gave me in the 70s, and I was working at a place on 7th Central Bethel Park, and I had his Cutlass Supreme. It was beautiful, but I had to park it because people were scratching my car because it was like lit up, it's like it was a priceless thing, so I would park my car and ride to work. And this guy gave me a book called The Secrets of Inner Power by Rory June Davis. He gave me something in the 70s, and I remember what it said. It says, have you ever noticed how many people walk in a daydreaming state of mind? Daydreaming state of mind. You ask them a question, they hear half the question. See, so what happened was they're talking about how people sleepwalk through life. So you got to be awoke. You got to, like Buddha said, for the uncontrolled, there's no wisdom. Nor for the uncontrolled power of concentration. For he is not concentration, there's no peace. And for the unpeaceful, how can there be happiness? You jump out the window, you can change your mind, you can't change gravity. Gravity does not change. And that's how God is. He's omnipotent, unknowing, he knows beginning and end. He knows the day I died before the day I was born. So I'm on borrowed time. When the Lord of Death comes knocking at your door, you can't run from the Lord of Death. I don't care how fast you're on the track. You can run 100 miles, 100 millimeters, and 9.4, 9.2, but you can't unrun the Lord of Death. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. So don't live in fear, And I ask God every morning, be too large for worry, be too strong for fear, be too dumb for anger. I got to live 2 lives in one lifetime. I got to live 2 lives in one lifetime. Like I said, I know it is to walk around with 40s and talking about the cream always rise to the top. I was self-centered. I went to bed and dreamed about me. I had 2 haircuts in one day because I was all about that image. I was like a magician. and you watch the movie called Houdini, I deal with smoke screens, mirrors, trap, facades, images, and illusions. When you watch the movie Houdini, Houdini died at the end because he got trapped in his illusions. See, I don't get punished for my sins, I get punished by my sins. I haven't gambled in 32 years. I don't care what they legalize out here in this world. I don't know what the horse named the racetrack is. I used to know the horse named the racetrack. I don't play scratch off. I don't do lottery numbers. Don't drink root beer. Don't play bingo. So it's cool to be a square. And the Illinois State Lottery came from the Jones brothers. My friend, God bless his soul, his family was the Jones brothers. They took it from him, and then they legalized it. So that's how cold the game is. Anytime, when they can't make money, the world can't make money out of it, this is illegal, like marijuana. But then when they start making money off it, then they legalize it. And now they got these constant wars going on in City Hall, fighting about ordinance about who can sell weed. And like I said, my friend got murdered and tortured for marijuana business. So I know, anything you get murdered behind, it ain't nothing good gonna come from that. I don't care what people say. They talk about, oh yeah, come from the ground. Yeah, but anything that makes a person paranoid and get murdered is no good. See, usually what's popular is not right, and what's right is not popular. A lot of stuff is popular, but they ain't gonna mess with them gun shops. Back in the 60s, they've been trying to shut down gun shops since the 60s. It was a lot of people getting killed by guns because they got quick tempers, they got military weapons of war. I was holding a gun 10 years old, getting at 4 o'clock in the morning. I ain't held a gun 32 years. It's easy to get a gun in education. People sell guns in barbershops. So I don't carry guns. You know what I'm saying? I pray and meditate. I pray to be calm and let nothing upset me. I pray to not allow those about me spoil my peace of mind. I pray to be calm in the midst of storms, and I pray to have no fear. So, Mike Scott, Chicago, I'm enjoying life today. Seize the moment. Life unfolds in a great sheet called time, and once finished, it is gone forever. I need to seize the moment. No, I'm gonna borrow time. Dinosaurs are gone. The butterflies are still here, because the butterflies has to change. One must change because it happens with wisdom. That's what Confucius said. Great men clear at ease, petty men are always on the edge. So I'm not on the edge. Say the news can't scare me because, like I said, the vice lords didn't scare me on the west side when I was delivering them papers. I was scared of my military stepfather because I had to put some action, I had to get down. So the news don't scare me because I've been around some bad people. I mean, my world's around darkness. So I thank God the day that he that cannot do the bad will not live to see the good. I live to see the good. He is wise and doing all pains of life and still smiles with serenity. I remember I used to want to grow a mustache. Now I'm cutting hair out my ears. So a lot of my friends didn't cut hair. A lot of my friends in the grave, they didn't cut hair out their ears. They died at early age, 19 years old, because they went to the grave with that thinking, trying to be a gangster, trying to be a dope dealer, trying to be a pimp player, stuff like that. So I had to change, So like I said, Mike Scott, I'm enjoying the Riverwalk. I'm in the best city of Chicago. Yeah, Al Capone come from this city. We got a bad reputation being a gangster city, but there's wickedness in high places. There's a lot of wickedness going on. You could be in Beverly Hills and get a lot of madness going on. It's all around the world, So, so pray, meditate, keep in action, stay outdoors, don't isolate, because the disease of addiction is a disease of isolation. Like Howard Hughes, he was a billionaire, but he was scared to walk outside his house, scared of people. He was full of germs. Napoleon was scared of cats, so Queen Elizabeth was scared of flowers. So a lot of people were scared, had a lot of fears, So, Mike Scott, Chicago, down here at the Riverwalk, enjoying life today, this beautiful sunny day in Chicago. Because enjoy it outdoor, because pretty soon, winter come, we got Red October coming up. Then we got this sanctuary city of Chicago. We got all this madness coming around. People coming in here, they bringing everything in this. It's like a Alfred Hitchcock movie, Twilight Zone. So so like I said, it's nothing new in the sun. Everything been said, done before. But God is in control. Mike Scott, Chicago. Cool to be a square.